It is another beautiful day in Ohio, and it's back-to-back time. My 24.5 KTM 450 Factory Edition. I got it from my good buddy Wally at Wheel Sports, Columbus, Ohio. This bike has got my favorite set of cone valve spring forks on it. And Brad at RideWorx redid the rear shock. Otherwise, it's as delivered from KTM. So I've got the CUO unit, and since we're going to do a woods loop, I put I call the 350F map. That means gravel, wet, minimum throttle, minimum engine braking, maximum traction control. Dial it back as best I can. And this is my favorite combination of power, weight, handling, NA 4-stroke, 25 350 XCF KTM. It's got a set of my favorite cone valve spring forks on it, and Brad at RideWorx did up a full pro component rear shock for me, and it has full Akrapovic exhaust, a grippy seat. This has been my king of the woods loops, but I want to see how close these are now, since I don't know that I've ever done this one back to back for these two, but we're going to do a woods loop. Having fun today, riding a lot of different bikes. This is Orange Brigade. This bike has 13.1 hours on it now. Yeah, I call it the 350 map, but it's dialed back even more than that, I think. It's just so easy to ride, and these cone valve forks are great, and the MX-34 front tire has got good traction. Then Brad redid the shock. I like my off-road, I like my bikes to have kind of some bandwidth. So this is a full-on moto bike, but I still have fun on it. This new chassis is just a great combination of kind of stability and cornering. And I still think it's amazing how agile a big old 450 can be. With the CUO unit, you can dial back that engine braking and just freeze the whole bike up. And this engine's always been just a real smooth traction finding, easy to ride, 60 horsepower 450. And it runs very clean down low. We'll see how it does against the mighty 350. So smooth, that power. And this new chassis, tire contact patch feel, it's just excellent. Definitely better than the last one, the previous gen. Oh, let that 450 breathe. .1. Wow, 50.1. Okay. This is the easiest 60 horsepower 450 there is. All right. Let's see what the 350 can do. 50.1. This has got my dry or wet gravel, min throttle, min engine braking. It's dialed back. I call it my 250F map. See how we can do 50.1. Cone valve spring forks, so good. And Brad has this pro component rear shock dial. Right away, it's a 350, so it's got that lighter inertia feel, a little more playful. Easy to control, that very smooth power. I can kind of just slip the clutch in second. Keep the flow going a little better. Oh, this tight stuff will go to first. Super tight here. And this Akrapovic is so quiet. Full spark arrestor too. And it's lighter. And I'd say it kind of smooths the lower end a little bit. And freeing up the engine braking makes it just more playful. This thing is flickable, but that less inertia than the 450. It still has plenty of power. That's how quick these 350s build power. It's a good thing they got the Brembo brakes. Get him slowed down. Oh, let that thing breathe. I'll see. 50.1, 47.2. Yeah, it's quicker. 350 has less inertia. And on a trail, still plenty of power. These 350s, man, they are just a great combination of power, weight, handling, and they just work. I love the XCF. I love the 6-speed. Even on the moto track, third gear, fourth gear, you rarely have to go to second, super tight, but you can carry third and fourth almost everywhere. It really works. In this new chassis, a little better tire contact patch feel. It says MX33 up front. I don't really even notice so much. It's got such a good set of forks, but 34 will even be better. This bike, pretty amazing. You can take a full-on motorbike, dial back the power, and actually go in the woods with it. And it's pretty close to a more GNCC cross-country bike, but it works good. These are two very fun Orange Brigade bikes that I enjoy a lot. 2 thumbs up on a beautiful day in Ohio.